As soon as I got off the plane at San Francisco International Airport, I was excited to document my journey to Oakland via BART, or the Bay Area Rapid Transit System. And because I am a dork, and my boyfriend can testify to that, I did my research before arriving, so I was really eager to share my experience with others, especially tourists who might be anxious about using public transportation in Northern California. After following the crowd to the exit of Terminal 1, my first goal was to make my way to the 4th floor and find the SkyTrain. And according to my map, it was supposed to be a 15-minute walk from the Southwest Airlines gates, but it felt more like 10 minutes. The next thing I did was take the elevator all the way to the 4th floor to catch the air train. This was actually my 3rd time visiting San Francisco, and I typically use Uber, but this time I decided to take BART, especially after successfully navigating the subway system in New York City and the public transportation system in Canada, and I figured they should be similar. And when I pulled up Uber and Lyft on my phone when I landed, the rates were hovering between $70 to $100, so it made BART a much more cost-effective option for me. And I also know from personal experience that traffic in San Francisco can be a nightmare, so BART was more appealing in terms of saving time and money. And if you are traveling with kids or teens ages between 5 through 18, don't forget to take advantage of the 50% off discount. And now let's enjoy the marvelous air train ride to the BART station.
Terminal 3, United and United Express. Please hold on. Approaching Garage G and BART. Please make sure you have all your personal belongings and watch your step as you exit the train.
After arriving at the BART station, I made my way to the Clipper vending machines to purchase my card. And the cost from San Francisco to downtown Oakland was only $10.85. So I loaded my card with $20 since I knew that I would be using it again during my stay in the city. After obtaining my card, I headed downstairs. One interesting fact that I learned about BART is that, on average, a rider saves 1.37 gallons of gas and limits CO2 emissions up to 24 pounds. That is round trip, just by using BART. So not only is it an affordable option, but it's also an environmentally conscious one. And my next goal at this point was to find the yellow line. I made sure to follow the arrows to avoid any mixed up. I didn't want to end up in another city. So for me, I had to enter the train to my left, and I also looked above for signs to confirm that I was on the right track. One thing to keep in mind is the service hours. BART operates between 5 a.m. until midnight, so depending on your arrival or if you are flying in from another country, this may impact your travel plans, so just take note of that. Also, throughout my commute, I referred to my phone. I used my Maps app to keep track of my location, and I used it as a guide, and that's how I learned that there were 14 stops to downtown Oakland. After 45 minutes of travel, I arrived in Oakland. And did I find the experience pleasing? I'd say yes, for the most part. I mean, unfortunately, one of the unavoidable downsides to using public transportation is the prevalence of body odor or odor in general. And due to the fact that the infrastructure is aging, there was a fair amount of loud squealing sounds as the train slowed down to make a stop. And I hate to compare, but it may not be as nice as New York's subway system, but it was definitely a reliable and cost-effective option that made me feel safe and secure as a visitor to a big city like San Francisco. So yes, I will definitely take BART again.